Hey everybody, I wasn't going to do a video for today, which is going to be, let me see, that's how dinged out I am, August the 4th, Thursday, because I'm going to be on the beach. I'm going to the beach for a long time tomorrow. I really need some beach time. But right after we got off yesterday in the discussion about Stilda Rodriguez, and I admit I was all over the place. I should have been better prepared. Something truly disturbing came across all of the social media I'm on. I was so incredibly shocked by this that I just had to do a video on it and talk about it. Okay, if you don't know who I am, I'm Suzanne Titkemeyer from No Longer Quivering. I wrote a column called No Longer Quivering for almost 10 years for Pathos, and I still talk about these things. Okay, these are just my opinions. I encourage you to do your own research. Hit like, subscribe, ring the bell notification. And don't bully anybody. Please don't. Just don't even be rude to folks. Just go, bless your heart, bless your heart. Because there's just no reason to be that way, even if you don't agree with them. Because disagreeing is perfectly fine. Rudeness is not. Okay, now I've lectured everybody like the old grandma I am. I am not a fan of the patriarchy. I'm just going to tell you that. The Christian patriarchy BS, I'm going to call it. Because these are some very weak little men that are trying to make themselves seem strong by abusing women. It could be a financial abuse, it could be mental abuse, spiritual abuse, verbal abuse, physical abuse. And then there's this guy, okay? This came off a fundamentalist. Well, I don't know if she's fundamentalist or if she's evangelical or she's somewhere in that world, off of her social media, off of her Facebook. And this landed in my box, and I was like, what? Okay. And I'm not saying that it's bad to have cameras on your house, because obviously I'm not. I have them here. I've got a point. You see this in the corner of the room is a camera. We have them in every room of the house because burglars. And it's pretty common here. I've got a burglar alarm, a motion detector, all of that. So this woman's husband and her, they also have cameras. But here's where it goes wrong and creepy and patriarchal. She's talking to someone in one of the chat rooms for fundamentalism. It says, yeah, he likes to watch me on the house cameras when he's at work too. Tony, I guess it's her husband. You're the most valuable thing I've got. What kind of idiot would keep that on lock? I said, sorry that your husbands aren't obsessed with you. That's unfortunate. Okay, let me just stop her right there and say that her husband watches her on the camera, on the security cameras, and he watches her. Now, how obsessional and weird is that? That is something that is straight out of patriarchal BS. But this is the first time I've heard of anybody spying on somebody else through the house cameras to make sure what they're doing or not doing, and then praising her for it. She has no idea that this is actually pretty abusive, to be monitored like you're a prisoner, not even a small child, but a prisoner, and to have someone else making your choices and make your circle so tight. This is one of those moments that I wish I had more technical know-how, because I put right here, I would stop and put up the power and abuse wheel, and I would point out all the ways in which he's violating it. And then she throws shade by saying, I'm sorry your husband's not that obsessed with you. Girlfriend, that is just the creepiest, most wrong thing on the planet. Okay, here's part 2 of this thing. She says, I think she's talking about feminists. They want to believe that patriarchal is evil and abusive, and anyone whose life shows the opposite must be stopped. Biblical patriarchy is beautiful and loving and allows a woman to be her full self. How on earth can you ever think of being your true self if you have some creepy ass guy, even if he's your husband, spying on you and watching everything you're doing when he's supposed to be giving value for work and working for his employer? No, he's too busy creeping on your ass to make sure that you are polishing that floor, scrubbing it up, and everything else just like he wants it done. Hell with that. Nobody should be on that kind of a tight rein. That is something that a controller would do. This is something that an abuser would do. But she's too brainwashed by the patriarchy, which is full of weak, wimpy guys, to realize that she's actually in an abusive relationship there. Okay, you guys, I'm really going to lay down this time. Have a great day.